Hello all, this is Dr. Kumar. Welcome to CHM 330. This is the first semester of the organic chemistry course. I just want to take the time to welcome you all to the course and walk through my expectations and certain things you can do to make things easy for you while you're in the course. I have seen many of you. I've seen the class roster. I've seen many of you in my general chemistry lab. So it's nice to see some familiar faces in the course. Welcome again to the organic chemistry course. Um, I've already uploaded the syllabus. The course page should be available tomorrow, which is August the 14th. Our course doesn't start until the 21st, which is the Monday. But you're welcome to navigate through the course. There won't be much on there because my class is a little different, but I have the syllabus up there and I will upload course materials more closer to the course, and then as we go further in the course I will upload materials um, as we go through the course together. Okay, so one of the major things I'll be doing in the course to help learning more is I'll be using my Wacom bamboo tablet, through which I'll be creating more um, personalized videos where you will hear me talk, solve, or walk through a concept, and instead of a generic YouTube video where someone else is talking. And there's a potential pitfall just to watching a regular YouTube video and a YouTube with a personalized touch is the material may be correct, the person may be teaching the content correctly, but then they may not know where students struggle and incorporate that into the video. So I will try my best to do that. And with that said, I will try my best to upload as many videos throughout the course using the Wacom bamboo tablet. And the video itself would be very in-depth and self-explanatory. And the reason behind me going through that process of making and creating a video, which takes a while, a single video, is I want you to do some reading outside of class time. Is it will be difficult for me to expect you to read a whole 30-40 pages of the textbook, but instead I would recommend you watch the YouTube video, and I will post quick class notes each time you see me, and I want you to relate it to the notes. And then when we come to class, I usually give some sample problems every time, mostly every time. So you actually work some problems in class instead of the learning purely happening for an hour and a half where I'm talking. I made myself available through the videos and resources and class notes, which I post ahead of time, which you can read. And then if you come to class, we would primarily solve problems in class. And then those problems would be tailored towards the quiz and the homeworks. And speaking of which, on the homework, you get a full redo option, but you must turn in your homework on time within the specified day and time to be eligible for a redo. So what does the redo do? Well, basically you would turn in your homework electronically to me, or if you're turning it in person, but we'll talk about that later. But for now, let's say you turn in the homework electronically to me through Moodle. I will grade it and I'll make comments on which questions you missed, and you would go back and rework those questions, and you write a comment on saying why you missed it the first time and why you think you got it right the second time, and you send the file back to me. I will regrade it. And then say you've got a lower score the first attempt and you've got a better score on the second attempt, I'll give you the best of the two, which will be the better score as your grade for this. What it does is it's not about grade, but it's about learning. Okay. Second, the quizzes. On the quizzes are usually multiple choices. The homeworks, however, are not. And speaking of the quizzes, there's 3 attempts, but I don't recommend you using all 3 attempts in one go. I'd rather have you use one attempt, and while you take the quizzes, write down the questions and the answers and figure out, and then say you finish the first attempt and you've got some questions, you may not know which question you got wrong, but as you read the question and you write it down and the answer choices, we all can tell we cannot solve this problem. And as Richard Feynman said in his famous quote, you cannot do what you don't understand. Okay? There may be 10 questions on the quiz, and you know how the 8 of the questions work, and you can answer it. But the reason you got those 2 questions wrong is not because those 2 questions don't like you or anything. It's just because you don't understand those 2 concepts, and that is why you cannot do it. So if you feel that the 2 questions you could have got wrong could be those, just bring it up to me during my office hours, which we will discuss a common time during our first class, which what I'm talking about is the office hours, and we will come up to some time. And you come into my office hour or just email me, whichever way you can reach me better, you think, and then get those questions answered. Now go make the second attempt, and then if that doesn't work, then go for the third. Okay, again, the reason I give 3 attempts is not necessarily for you to get more points or better points, but to value learning over just grades. Okay, instead of just a conventional class where you just take a homework, you get it wrong, and that's it. What you got was your grade for that homework. I don't want you to do that, because what it does is it really doesn't promote learning. Okay, you're just content with the grade that is given, and your why you got something wrong never becomes a issue. It's just you got 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, and it may force you to be content with what you got. Okay, with that said, I have posted the syllabus. Don't worry about anything else on the course. Everything is assured will be taken care of as we get closer to the course date. But I will send an email just allowing you to look up the syllabus and the welcome video, and just watch that. Okay. So for the first week, we most likely would just learn what is organic chemistry, why we need to learn organic chemistry, why do you have to be in this class. And the common question I get from any student, a major proportion of student, is where are we going to use this, or why do we have to learn this chemistry at all in the first place. I will show you some examples. Whether you're going to be a nurse, a pharmacist, a psychologist, or any other professional exam, they all require 2 components on your exam, which is the general chemistry 1 and 2 exam and the organic chemistry 1 and 2. You need to know 4 of these. I'm not even kidding. It's on the exam. It says how much % of your exam is general chemistry, how much is organic chemistry. So even if you don't see the reality of chemistry on a larger scale, at least the reality for sure is that you will be taking an exam down the road and you will need this material. And when you prepare for those exams, all you've got to do is just take my organic chemistry videos, watch them, and rework the quizzes or the homeworks, and you will be totally ready for it. Okay? And that's where I see the flipped classroom comes, because since I've made the effort to make those videos and I have you watch those videos, it saves a lot of time in terms of me lecturing and killing time. And I don't think you can. Chemistry is a visual subject. You gotta see somebody do something and follow it, and then develop your idea on how you can build on to do things differently. Chemistry cannot simply be taught by lecturing through PowerPoints or whatever for a long time, okay? Because it is a visual subject, it is abstract. So you can only learn it visually than just, talking about it. And I will post a separate video for the lab component, but for now I've posted the lecture one. And so watch the video on the 14th or through the 21st, or even on the 21st. It doesn't matter. It's a video. I'm not planning on taking it off anytime soon before the end of the course. So watch the welcome video, just go through the syllabus, and if you have any questions just at that point. And as far as the book, the textbook, I don't recommend you buy anything for the first week, but if you decide to buy one at that point, then I recommend you rent it. Don't buy the book, it's very expensive unless you're not planning on being a chemistry major. then you don't really need the book. Okay, you can rent it, and that too, I want you to make that decision after a week into the class. As I said, the videos and the supplementary resources I post and the notes I give and the interaction we have in class is more than enough. The textbook should only be a backbone at that point, or not backbone, maybe a supplementary scaffold. Okay, the videos I give you and my interaction with you is the backbone, and the textbook is a supplementary scaffold. And if you feel that you need it, yeah, go ahead and rent it, but don't buy it. Okay. All right, well, that's all I wanted to say, and I will see you all on the 21st, first thing in the morning at 9 o'clock. All right, good luck, stay tuned, bye bye.